Good evening, students. Welcome back to our evening class. And today we are going to look at a different aspect other than to what we looked at the yesterday lesson. So today we are going to study about literature. And today being our first day on literature, we are just going to have an overview about it. Now we shall just get to start with our definition of what is literature. We shall also look at basic terminology and concept in literary analysis. We shall also look at the role and significance of literature in the society, uh, and many more other parts. So students, I'll start by defining what is literature. Literature refers to written or spoken works that are characterized by artistic, intellectual, and emotional content, and it encompasses a wide range of creative and intellectual expression, and they include poetry, prose, drama, essays, and more. So literature can be a spoken or a written one. Literature often explores the human experience, reflecting the thoughts and emotions and experiences individuals and societies across the different time periods and cultures. That means that at different aspects or at different times, the air existed literature, and literature served a different purpose depending on the society, time, and etc. It can be both fictional or non-fictional, and fictional can be termed in other way as something that it is imaginative, and non-fictional, this is non-imaginative, and that means literature can account or not can, but actually literature also encompasses the real life situations and experiences that people went through certain period of time. So serving various purposes such as entertainment, you find that some of the narratives or stories or drama or prose can be done either for a purpose of entertainment and also can be for the purpose of education, whereby it impacts some knowledge or some required aspects to us as human, and also cultural preservation. And this is usually when these stories are being told from one generation to another. So you find that there is some preservation of the cultural beliefs and norms through the society, people from one generation to another. So we can go and check on the roles and significance of literature in society. Literature plays a significant role in society by acting as a mirror that reflects the values, beliefs, concerns, and particular cultural era. You find when the authors are writing these books, either books which are prose, either drama, either poetry, you find that they find the issues from the society, hence environment or literature is the backdrop. Sorry, I mean the environment is the backdrop of the existence of literature. Just as the scientists go to the laboratory to get some or one or two evidences through the researches, and so the literature scholars also gets their evidence, gets their support from the environment. Hence, when we study literature, we cannot avoid the term society. It serves as a means of preserving and transmitting knowledge. So through the storytelling, through the written fictional and non-fictional books, there is a passage of knowledge, preservation, also from one time or one period of time to another one, and from one person to another one. Literature fosters empathy and understand by exposing the reader's diverse perspectives and experiences. It encourages individuals to see the world through the eyes of others. It can be a source of inspiration, fostering creativity and critical thinking. Literary works challenge readers to think deeply, question assumptions, and explore complex ideas. Literature also has power to provoke change. It can bring about social, political, and cultural transformations by highlighting issues and advocating for justice, equality, and human rights. So through the development of literature, we find that in 20th century, we find that the authors that arise there, they came to fight for the weak people in the society, including women and the less privileged people in the society. So through this, they can be able to fight or advocate for justice, equality, and human rights. We have some of the basic terminology and concepts in literary analysis. So as we shall be going through this lecture, you are going to be expected to know some of the terminologies that you are going to use from one time to another. And some of the terminology include the term genre. And genre is a category or type of literary work such as poetry, fiction, drama, or essay. Genres have specific conventions and characteristics that help classify and understand literary works. We are also going to check on something referred to as plot. And plot is the sequence of events in a story. For example, you are narrating the story about your life. You shall start from the time you are born, how you are growing up, your experiences up to date. And now that can be also termed as the plot because it is showing the sequence of events of the story in your life from one point of time to the other one. So the plot structure is fundamental to narrative analysis. We are going to also look at characterization, and this is the process of creating and developing characters within a literary work. This involves portraying their traits, personalities, motivations, and relationships. Next is setting. This is the time and place in which a story occurs. So the setting, this shows where the events took place. When did the event took place? Setting can have a significant influence on a story's theme and characteristics. By knowing the setting of a drama, movie, or fictional work, you are able to relate with the themes intended by the writer or the author of the book, poetry, fiction, and non-fictional work. Theme, this is the central idea or message of a literary work. Themes are universal concepts. These are the ideas, values that work explores and conveys to the reader. We also have the POV, which is referred to as the point of view. This is the perspective from which a story is narrated and can be the first person, second, that is third person, and omniscient point of view, and can affect the reader's understanding of the story. So the story can be written in the first person point of view, whereby the author is the one narrating the story, either about his own experiences or about the experiences he had or he saw in life. But in a simple way, the narrator here is the main character in the poem. Sorry, I don't mean the poem. Not only in the poem, but also in any literary work. So it can either be in the poem, novels, dramas, etc. And the third person can also be referred to as omniscient. This is because the narrator now here is able to tell a story about someone else and also is able to read the other person's mind in the narration of the story. We also have symbolism, and symbolism is the use of symbols to represent abstract ideas or concepts in a literary work. Symbols can add depth and layer of the meaning to a story. We also have allusion, which is the reference to another literary work, historical event, myth, or cultural element within a text. Allusion enrich the text by connecting to a broader cultural context. We also have tone and mood. Tone is the author's attitude towards the subject, while mood is the emotional atmosphere created by the reader. They both contribute to the reader's experience of the text. So students, I think you are able now to relate what is literature, example of literature, their functions that they perform, and some of the terminologies that we are going to use in this lecture and more coming lectures. So that marks the end of our lesson today. See you next time.